Visual systems, green materials and equipment, 24-hour standby fuel reserve, building management system, and etc. The construction of the new Senate building will realize the institution's longtime vision of having its permanent home dubbed as Bagong Senado sa Ika-Loing Siglo. Truly a landmark edifice that is green, secure, functional, and iconic. First of its kind in
Hearing review to order. Assalamualaikum sa ating mga kapatid na Muslim. Lahat naman tayo naniniwala sa Diyos Ama, whatever name we give. So just have a short prayer. Lord Father, we just lift up to you our hearing today. We are all workers in government. We ask, Lord, that we can lead by example, that we can put things in order, that this new building will be constructed, finished soon at the right cost, and that it will be something that the Filipino people, that DPWH Senate can be proud of. As we lift this up to you, please bless our discussions today. Amen. Let me give a short intro, but I just like to express my gratitude first and foremost to our majority leader who's very busy and who is a re-electionist, Marcos Tolentino 2025. But yet he always makes time for all of the hearings and has been here, has been going out but been going back to his office periodically during the break. Thank you very much, Senator Tolentino. Of course po, yung napakasipag, isa sa mga best in attendance at sunod-sunod mahirap kumuha ng kwarto dito dahil parating may hearing si Senator Padilla. Thank you very much, Senator, for your service. DPWH, I'm sad not to see your secretary, but I know kayo naman mga in charge. So very grateful, Yusek Sadain. You're a good soldier. I know naipit yung request ko sa office ni Secretary pero hindi mo siya pinagbibintangan. You took the flak for him. So but siguro notice lang sa office ni Secretary. Kung ang senador nagbigay ng notice and it took you 1 week bago ilipat yung request sa isang opisina, what more if it's an ordinary barangay captain mayor? Baka we have to update our systems. And Yusek, pasensya na po ba? Lagyan nyo na ng budget ang pambili ng computer na may flash drive. Unless nga may specific reason why CD pa yung ginagamit natin. Ang problema kasi kami, karamihan dito, hindi na CD. Tapos kung makahanap man ng CD, medyo mabagal talaga. Having said that, so let me start lang with saan yung ating with a short presentation just so that very clear yung objectives natin, no? Then I'll ask the two senators kung meron silang opening statement. Sarap. Okay. So si Jeremiah po ay isang propeta na kinikilala ng Hudyo, ng Muslim at saka ng Kristiyano. So we can agree, and he said that I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you, not to harm you. Plans to give you hope in a future. Akmang-akma yan kasi ang focus natin today is tatlo. Plano, vis-a-vis the cost, the time, vis-a-vis yung resulta. Diba? So let's go to the next slide. Guide lang po to sa atin lahat, then we'll give DPWH all the time. Yung sa new Senate po kasi, from the inception, whether we talk about Senator Gatchalian, Senator Lacson, if there were people before them who espoused having our own building, ang idea kasi is to have an iconic na functional. May mga iconic or monuments pero hindi functional. May functional pero hindi iconic. I think Malacanang is a example na iconic pero functional, especially when it was first made. Medyo ahead of its time din siya. Hanggang ngayon, ginagamit, di ba? Pero ang gusto natin, best quality at minimal cost. A symbol of people's voice, the people's voice or of democracy. What do I mean by this? Siyempre, pag masyado mataas ang presyo, there are some who are saying bakit sinisiraan. Senate President, myself, no one has said na may irregularity, may anomalya. What we're saying is nagulat kami sa presyo. Kasi kung hindi natin ma-explain yung tamang presyo, imbis na magiging proud ang tao sa bagong building, baka kasuklaman nila, di ba? So that's why we're reviewing this. Next slide. So, when Senate President asked me to do a review, very clear din siya, no delays, no further delays, and set a completion date and the cost of the iconic and functional new Senate building that we can be proud of. Bakit po? So far kasi moving target eh. You can dispute me later, Yusek, or kung sino yung present project manager. No? Next slide. So, it's very important to us when we exercise oversight. So, whether tinutulig sa namin, bakit late na naman yung subway, or sinasabi namin, bakit hindi pa high speed yung ginamit papuntang Bicol, or eto is an example, almost 1 trillion na ang budget ng DPWH. So ano ang o ano ang karapatan ng Senado na magtanong kung yung sariling naming building maraming tanong? 'Di ba? So hindi namin sinasabi na may anomalya sa subway, hindi namin sinasabi na may anomalya sa mga bagong airport, hindi namin sinasabing may anomalya sa almost 1 trillion. Pero paano naman namin sasabihin may delay to, mabagal to, yung plano nito hindi maganda kung yung sarili naming building at sarili namin mga empleyado, let's all remember the senators are only 24. At 23 na lang dahil secretary na ng DepEd yung isa, no? But and that's a good example, we are temporary, di ba? Yung mga opisina namin dito, the SecGen pababa, yung person is temporary pero yung office nila is permanent eh. So, kung 2,000 ang gagamit ng building na to, point ilan percent yon, yung 24 na yon. Kahit sabihin mo ilan floor kami at mas malaki opisina namin, ang pinag-uusapan po natin dito, yung mga empleyado ng Senado. So pag sinabi nung mga empleyado, sir, hindi kami tinanong, sir, maliit opisina namin, sir, akala ba namin 4 na palapag, paglipat doon, bakit ganon? Hindi natin pwedeng sabihin magulo mga senador eh. Dati nang magulo mga senador eh. Wala naman nagsasabi, 24 kami, pare-pareho kaming may idea. Diba? But katulad ni Senator Padilla, wag niyo naman sabihin magulo, ang tinanong lang niya, may prayer room ba yan? Kung katulad dito po, nagre-renta lang tayo, may chapel tayo. Siguro naman courtesy lang natin sa mga kapatid natin Muslim na meron prayer room. Hindi naman siguro gulo yon. Pero syempre, itatanong namin yon. Kung hindi pa tayo nagkaroon ng senador na Muslim, wala pang magsasabi na wala pang makakapag-isip, wala bang Muslim sa DPWH, wala bang Muslim sa mga designer natin and everything, di ba? Kasi, or si Senator Pia, titignan niya yan kung meron lugar yan for breastfeeding. O hindi naman kailangan na lahat tayo maging nanay o nagbe-breastfeeding para malaman ito. Because this is billions of pesos. Next slide. So, what we want to do at the end of these hearings, I hope to only have 2 or 3. Hiniwalay ko para hindi magulo at hindi magturuan. So wala dito yung Senate coordinating team except for I think Asek Mulano, when you retired, you joined the Senate team, tama ho ba? Oo. So except for you, pero you're here as to testify kung ano yung mga nangyari before, di ba? And then wala rin po dito yung contractor. Para nga hindi magturuan, para we can get the story. Narrative ang importante sa akin sa araw na to. Next slide. So what the public wants to know is kailan ang completion date, ano yung plano at magkano yung cost. So far as I'm concerned, sa maikling period that I'm chairperson of the Committee on Accounts, ang nakita ko moving target pa itong lahat. No? Meaning, wala pa ako nakikita na nagsasakin, sure, ito yung presyo. Next slide. Ang transcript po to, at dito, Senator Subiri, he wasn't Senate President yet, was asking how much, 4.5 billion na takbuhan nung time na yon. Medyo medium or medium high end, pero okay na yan at that time, no? And then I think when AECOM bidded out, ano ba yung amount na binigay nila? 4.5 or 5.5? It was 4.5. Yung concept pa lang yon. So wala pang engineering architectural plans. But just to show you, ikaw man maging si Senator Escudero at bago kang Senate President at nakita mo from 4.5 to 23B, again, if you're disputing 23B, pag-usapan natin mamaya, syempre sasabihin mo lang naman na sandali lang, tignan lang natin. 'Di ba? Again, walang nagsabing may anomalya, walang nagsabing ang sinabi, tignan lang natin. Next slide. Okay. Ito po yung ni-report sa akin. Ang nag-report po sa akin nito, galing din po sa staff ni Senator Lacson at galing din sa staff ni Senator Nancy. Okay? Dito sa SCT din, sa Senate Coordinating Team. So kung nagtatanong si Senator Nancy, and of course she's most welcome to attend, saan nanggaling ang figures ni Senate President at ni Alang Cayetano, nanggaling sa staff mo, dahil sinunod ko yung advice mo at advice ni Senator Lacson na wag palitan yung mga namamahala at sila ang nakakaalam. So nandun pa lang ako sa review eh. Nagre-review, sila nag-submit sa akin nito. Okay, next slide. Yan. So let's proceed to the presentation, but before that, kung may opening statement lang si Majority Leader muna and then ang ating Senator Padilla, then I'll give DPWH all the time you need, no? Saan yung question?
Mr. Chairman, I don't have any formal opening statement, but we appreciate the presence of the resource persons here. I yield my time to the Honorable Chairman. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator.
A'udhu billahi minasyaitanir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah rabbil alamin. Assalamualaikum. Magandang tanghali po. Ako po'y nagpapasalamat sa amin pong matatawag na ako. Teacher ko din to. Si Senator Alan Peter Cayetano na matagal ko na pong idolo. Nagpapasalamat po ako sa kanya sa pagdinig nito sapagkat ako naman po gusto ko lang may maisagot unang-una sa aking pamilya. Dahil ang unang dumadaan din ako sa pagdinig sa bahay namin, tinatanong sa akin tungkol dito. Hindi ko alam kung ano isasagot ko. Kung sa bahay namin, hindi ko alam kung ano isasagot ko, paano pa sa taong bayan? Kaya sana po, gusto ko lang malinawan yung patungkol dito dahil sa isang senador po na bagong dating, kailangan yung mga ganitong bagay at hawak ko pa yung public information, committee sa public information, katulad po ng sinabi ng idol ko, Senator Alan Peter Cayetano, dapat po alam ng taong bayan ang tungkol dito. Yun lamang po. Maraming salamat po, Senator Alan.
Thank you very much, Senator Padilla. At kami natututo din sa mga tinuturo mo at sa sipag na ginagawa mo sa Senate. We learn from each other. Yusek and sa DPWH family, as you're presenting, I made guide questions. Kung masagot nyo na, the good. Kung hindi, balikan natin mamaya. But basahin ko na para yung staff nyo medyo pinoproseso na to, no? So I think may slides para makita din nila. First, the original cost of the building as determined by DAED plans, no? Dun sa publiko na nakikinig, DAED is detailed architectural and engineering design, no? Or others call it a construction set, di ba? Second, how much has been paid to date? Third, how much is pending evaluation, meaning variation orders, phase 3 or whatever? Hanggang pang ilang phase ba yan? So what is being evaluated now and by who? Fourth, what is the cost of works to complete the building in addition to the DAED cost? Fifth, what is the original construction duration for the approval of DAED to complete the building? Six, how many days are we delayed from the original timeline? No need to cite the reasons why. Let's just start out ilang days na yung delay. What is the status of the RDAED? RDAED, if I'm not mistaken, is the revised DAED. What is the cost of such delay in terms of EOT charges? EOT is extension of time. What is the process in which the design revisions, RDAED, are developed and approved? And what is the total percentage of completion of the whole building to date? Narinig namin sa media, I think was it you, Ma'am Soledad, na 77% of phase 1. So, but of the total, ano ng percent? But feel free to explain kung hindi percentage later on. Lastly, Yusek Sadin, I understand dalawa yung role ng DPWH dito, implementing agency at saka project manager. So if you wanted to pass to any of the project managers, etc., I leave it up to you. So present in any way na komportable kayong mga taga DPWH. Thank you. Sir, you have the floor.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The Honorable Senate Majority Leader, Senator Tolentino, of course, the Honorable Senator Alan Peter Cayetano, the Chairman Committee on Accounts, of course, Senator Robin Padilla, my idol for Mindanao. Again, my colleagues in the Department of Public Works and Highways and other members of the Senate, good afternoon po sa atin uli. We'll be giving, Mr. Chair, the constructions of the Senate building updates. Can we start the slideshow?
The new Senate building project. Located at the Navy Village, Fort Bonifacio, passing Tomo Extension, Taguig City. The project has a lot area of 18,320 square meters, building footprint of 13,750 square meters, and total floor area of 131,570 square meters. This project covers the design and construction of the new Senate building. The building is composed of 3-level basement parking and 4 towers of 11 stories, each to be built with a combination of reinforced concrete and structural steel frame. The building structure is designed to be the last building standing with an importance factor of 1.5, similarly applied to other lifeline structures such as bridges and ports. It features an iconic architectural design, modern security features, up-to-date audio-visual systems, green materials and equipment, 24-hour standby fuel reserve, building management system, and etc. The construction of the new Senate building will realize the institution's longtime vision of having its permanent home dubbed as Bagong Senado sa Ika-Loing Siglo. Truly a landmark edifice that is green, secure, functional, and iconic. First of its kind in terms of scale and design, with modern features and facilities befitting the institution it represents. Notable is the building's design of openness at the ground floor landscape to public access, symbolizing the institution's readiness to hear the people's grievances and to act upon promptly. As of June 25, 2024, the actual accomplishment of the new Senate building project is 77.7292%, with a positive slippage of 0.3399% for Phase 1, while the accomplishment for Phase 2 is 19.0678%. with a positive slippage of 0.1172%.
Mr. Chair, we have here 2 ongoing phases of construction. The phase 1, which covered the core and shell, amounting to 8.6 billion pesos, includes the variation orders. And the phase 2, which is actually 2.3 billion for the fit out of the projects. There's still phase 3, Mr. Chair, to cover the other fit out and the project to complete. So there are actually phase 1, 2, and 3, but right now we are implementing phase 1 and phase 2. Phase 1 has already attained a 77.38% accomplishment, while phase 2 is about 18.95% accomplishment. It can be recalled, Mr. Chair, in 2018, the Senate and the BCDA launched a global conceptual design competition for the new home of the Philippine Senate on February 14, 2018. In order to gather technically competent firms to come up with conceptual design for the Senate that is green, secure, functional, and iconic, and would represent its dignity as an independent institution as well as the values of democratic legislature. In the Reso 110 issued by the Senate, it actually identified the ICOM as the winner of the Global Conceptual Design Competition, which was actually identified for the conceptual design submissions of these projects. Next slide. There were 5 participants, concept designers, that submitted the conceptual design, including the building specifications and initial cost estimates.
Hereby call this public hearing review to order. public hearing review to order. Assalamualaikum sa ating mga kapatid na Muslim. Assalamualaikum. Hello. Okay na? Yeah. We will buy new technical equipment for the new building. Don't worry. Pasensya na po kayo sa mga problema sa technical.
So ICOM was declared as the winning conceptual designer for the global conceptual design competitions by the Senate through Senate
View to
Resolution
order.
110.
Assalamualaikum sa ating mga kapatid na Assalamualaikum sa ating mga kapatid na Muslim. Lahat naman tayo naniniwala sa Diyos Ama. Assalamualaikum sa ating mga kapatid na Muslim. Lahat naman tayo naniniwala sa Diyos Ama. Lahat naman tayo kapatid na
Can I have a
Muslim.
1-minute suspension, Mr. Chair?
We'll suspend.
ICOM was declared as the winning conceptual designer by the Senate Resolution number 110 issued by the Senate on May 28, 2018. With this, Mr. Chair, the Senate sought the help of DPWS as support in the procurement, processing, review and approval of the conceptual plans and DAED construction management implementations of the project. It was through this initiative, Mr. Chair, in September when a memorandum of agreement was entered by the Department of Public Works and Highways and the Senate to come up with this arrangement. And for this, the preparatory budgetary cost estimate was based on the approved concept design and proposed initial cost estimate from the ICOM for considerations of the Senate. Through this, Mr. Chair, the issuance of the multi-year obligational authority with instructions to proceed with the procurement was issued by the Senate. And Senate provided also emphasis on the project timeline, taking note that the pace-by-pace delivery of the session hall and each of the towers must be recognized. This was through letter November 10, 2018. With this, Mr. Chair, the pre-procurement activities was prepared by DPWH with the participating contractors called upon to submit financial and technical bid, including the preliminary architectural engineering design or the PAED, based on the conceptual design prepared by the AECOM. And with this, procurement proceeded with the bids and award committee, of course, with the Senate representative from the technical working group also participating in the discussions and deliberations. The winning bidder came out. The issuance of the notice of award also was issued to the winning bidder, which is Hillmark. With this, Mr. Chair, the design and build contractors authorized representative entered into contract agreement on March 15, 2019, and the notice to proceed was issued and acknowledged by NTP by the Hillmark on March 22, 2019. With this, Mr. Chair, the submissions by the Hillmark of the detailed architectural engineering design or the DAED with the quantity estimate based on the PAED in compliance to the AECOM recommendation. This was approved. The DAED was approved by concerned DPWH offices for DPWH DATS operation system and the concurrence on the approved DAED plans also by the Senate President. Mr. Chair, if I may backtrack a little on the memorandum of agreement, the responsibilities of the Senate here, as provided, the DPWH, the conceptual plans, the Senate provides the DPWH conceptual plans, minimum performance specifications and parameters, and indicative cost needed for the procurement services for the project through a design and build scheme in consonance with the provisions of the revised implementing rules and regulations of the Public Act 9184 or the Government Procurement Act. It also create the Senate may also create a Senate coordination team or coordinating team or the SCT and designate a point person for this matter. They will also issue the letter advice of allotment release or LAR that allotment is available representing the approval budget for the project through a multi-year obligation allotment, and also issue a copy of the obligation request for the year. On the part of the DPWS responsibilities, the DPWS shall serve as a procuring agent for the projects on behalf of the Senate. It will also create a design and build committee to assist the implementing team of the UPMO. It will also provide an official receipt for fund transfer by the Senate and conduct public bidding, post qualifications, and award the projects. It also approved the diet plans and specification prepared by the winning contractor, designate a project management team to the UPMO, and undertake in coordinations with the Senate coordinating team the implementations of the project. Mr. Chair, with that MOA, the Department of Public Works and Highways issued on September 18, 2018, Special Order 144, creating the Design and Build Committee and Technical Working Group, reproposed Senate of the Philippines Building Project at the Navy Village, Fort Bonifacio, Taguig City. The construction of the new Senate Building Project for Phase 1 and Phase 2, Mr. Chair, is captured to the organization's chart of the project implementations. You could see here, Mr. Chair, that the Senate of the Philippines, the Chairperson Committee on Accounts, is hereby aided by the Senate coordinating team with Senate official personnel, the Senate site engineers for the construction management, the Senate design team, and the Senate quantity surveying team. They are also aided by the conceptual designer, the AECOM, and additional Senate designers and consultants, the ELB, SAPE, design consultants for design enhancement. And on the side, the design and build contractor, Hillmark Construction Corporations, along with IDEA Consultancy, doing the design and build contract. On the project implementation team, to the regular meeting of the project implementation coordination meeting, the DPWS, through Special Order 144, on the design and bid committee, also designated a team for the implementing unit, the project management team, we call it, from the UPMO, that will also supervise the implementations of this project. And the Bureau and services, particularly the BOD, BOC, the BRS, the legal services, and the financial service, support also the team of the department in the implementations of this project.
Sorry to
Sir.
interrupt. Can we just mark that? We'll go back to that mamaya. So I don't want to disturb you with questions now, but my questions are about PMO later. So I just want to refer to that slide mamaya. Can you just, whether that slide number, whatever. Yeah.
So, Mr. Chair, the constructions of new Senate building projects here, which is actually our applicant partner in the constructions from the Senate team, with the name of the personnel in charge also here, because they are actually our complementary team with the project management team created by DPWH. So ito po yung nagtutulungan po sa implementations ng projects, which basically meet each other during the Senate coordination team from the design, project management, and even the central coordination meeting. On DPWH, Mr. Chair, we have also this chart, these organizations that also shows a complete staff work that will also operate and implement the projects. On the funding source from the Senate that we received, Mr. Chair, Phase 1 with Ebayoma, FY 2018 with 8.9 billion pesos. Phase 2 with MICA of 2.5 billion pesos. Phase 3, another MICA 2023, 10.33 billion pesos with an amount of 21.7 billion pesos. The funds here, Mr. Chair, is actually with Senate, and the fund transfer releases to DPWS by the Senate of the Philippines is only done on a quarterly basis based on the projected cash flow of the construction schedule. So on the next slide, please. The new Senate Building Phase 1 scope of work, Mr. Chair, which is actually the core and shell, entails a total of about 131,000 square meters in total floor area. Next slide. The cost here, Mr. Chair, is about 8.67 billion pesos, which is the original contract. And variation orders 1 to 5, which account to a total of 549 million pesos, were actually reviewed and approved by the SCT and the DPWH. Mr. Chair, you could see here the evaluations done by variation orders, where in the case of variation order 1 with an amount of 150 million pesos, the variation order submitted by Hillmark on July 2020 was approved by DPWH on October 2020. The delays on the approval attributed here on the COVID-19, the long processing of the cutting trees permit, and the compliance with the supporting documents. On the variation order number 2, which is also essential, however, there's no cost involved because this will complement through DO 2017 issued the DO 143, which is actually the PCM monitoring of the department. So there were 163 items of work that were actually identified to meet with the actual PCMA compliance. So there's no money involved here, and it's only the adoptions to the monitoring systems of the Department of Public Works and Highways based on DO 143. And DO BO3, which account to 73 million pesos, in here the revised DAED submitted by the contractor on October 6, 2020 was approved by DPWS on December 4. And the Senate concurred this on March 1, 2021. The variations order submitted by the contractor on March 16, the Senate pre-approval, all the projects here, Mr. Chair, for the variation order, starting variation 3 all the way up, actually securing the variation pre-approval from the Senate, which is actually reviewed by the SCT before DPWS will approve this variation order. On the variation order number 4, which account to a total of 270